Hi, everyone. Um, as it turns out, yesterday, which was Sunday, I did not get a video out, and I kind of didn't think I would, and I'm sorry about that, but we are back to business. All right. Good morning, good evening, good day. Whenever you're here, it's always coffee time in my world. So, and you know what? I'm feeling a little bit strong today. I feel like nothing's going to keep me down. No one's going to tell me what to do. So, my mug is, she believed she could, so she did. And you know what? She believes she could and she can because she always has. All right. There you go. Now, so what I did and what I always like to do, thank you for being here. Please subscribe to the channel if so inclined. If you resonate with the video or you're just entertained, feel free to like it. But you know, it's your world. You do what you want. You have free will. This is a general reading. My name is Holly. I'm a psychic medium, and I use cards as a jumping off point. But it's not my first mode of, I don't know, tapping in, just because, you know, I'm an energy reader more than a card reader, but I love cards and I respect people who have the ability to just use them exclusively. So, well, all readers who are worth their salt are psychic and intuitive anyway, and energy readers. So that's kind of a misnomer. I'm just going to stop saying all that. All right, so here's what I did and what I do. Before I hit, my little button to record, I always start out with kind of centering and grounding, and as frenetic as I seem, I actually really do start with centering and grounding, and ask for Mother and Father God, Spirit Guides and Guardians to come into this space, to create a sacred space, to help me to know what to say, when, and how to say it, to give me the wisdom and the discernment and the knowledge to know how to best provide messages for the collective. So that's what I do, and that's what I did. So I did something a little differently this morning, and I started out by pulling a couple of cards to set the tone, okay? And first I used the Inner Child Oracle by Amanda Lynn Aisling. If I'm saying that wrong, if someone knows how to, it's Aisling. Okay, so this is a really cool deck. So started with that. One card came out. Half the deck went flying across the room, but the one that I needed to focus on landed right in front of me. And of course, I just love a leopard. I love leopards. Become aware is the card. Okay, become aware. Listen to the wisdom of the body. Okay. Over and over again, I always say your body is one of your biggest psychic tools. Listen to your body. If you're instinctively pulling back, if you're wanting to close up, if you're wanting to catch yourself kind of sitting a lot like that, or protect your heart chakra, be aware of that. Okay? Be aware. And just like the leopard, watch what's going on. Watch situations and watch people. What's motivating them? Okay? Are words and actions matching? All right. Oh, it's beautiful. All right, so I asked with become aware or be more aware. I then went to the Priestess of Light Oracle, and it's a Sandra Ann Taylor and Kimberly Weber deck. Beautiful deck. So with this one, I asked, okay, so with this, become aware or become more aware, be like the leopard. You don't have to always put yourself out there loud and bold. When you need to make a noise, you can make a noise and show those fangs and claws. But watch, and you'll learn more, at least for a little bit. When I asked, so what do we do about that? Who's going to help us? What are we supposed to know about that? What is the action plan here for that? And two cards came out. Interestingly, with two panthers. Black panthers and spotted leopards are basically sibling or cousin animals. And they kind of, you know, just in my particular type of work I see them as the yin and the yang version, kind of. A whole lot more that goes into that, but it will be specific for you what that means. But there is a sense of death and rebirth, darkness to light. Don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid of change is what that means. And again, ask your guardians and your guides to come in, ask your protectorate to be around you, and ask to be shown with full clarity what is the truth. Oh, I got that little ding, 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 ding. So the message for the collective today, for all of us, and we can all do this, it doesn't matter the situation. It doesn't matter if it's in your personal life, in your, as in family life, or romance life, or work life, or financial life, or whatever it is, or even just in the world we live in. Ask for truth, ask for clarity, and ask to be shown what you need to see, but then believe it. And don't be afraid of change. And then the next card was, this is where we end up. This is what it leads us to. Soul radiance. And look at this gorgeous, gorgeous card. And she has wings. She has evolved and risen above. That is the goal. This is where we're going. We are going to allow our soul radiance to rise and shine, and we are going to come out. We are going to come out in the light. We always come out in the light because that is where we set our intention. So, hang out and watch. Hang out and watch some more with your protectorate, but when you get your answer, believe it. And you've got this. You've always had it. You've always been able to shine and rise above. All right. So, that is where we are. And now it makes even more sense why I chose She Believed She Could, so she did. You know, I think we underestimate ourselves very frequently, and that was actually a comment that was, I don't know, came up yesterday, just in a random way. And I thought, huh. So, yeah, I went, huh. Anyway, but I think that we're always underestimating ourselves, and I think frequently other people then, because if we underestimate ourselves, then other people will too. Why wouldn't they? Okay. Or at least they realize they can take advantage because we underestimate ourselves. All right, so I just picked this one up. So again, thank you, Danielle, for giving me this deck. It is a really fun one. It is Affirmations. That's just the name of the deck, Affirmations. You cannot miss it. On the cover, it's got a rabbit riding a unicorn jumping over a rainbow. It's just so funny. So good. All right, so let's get a quick affirmation after some kind of big messages. So someone is in the process of watching, waiting, and then pouncing on the truth and going into full action. So it's happening soon, y'all. Happening very soon. All right. Maya Angelou. I believe it was Maya Angelou. She always had a phrase, or she had, it's part of her work, where she has said, all right, that jumped out, when people show you who they are, believe it. Those two came out. That's it? Okay. So, kind of a sloppy shuffle, but y'all know I'm not always great at shuffling. All right, so, ooh, there are 3 there, and 4 here. Wow, okay. All right, I'm going to put my glasses on. Good Lord, all of these? I'm hearing only if you want to, but they're 2 separate groups, so I'm supposed to read them as 2 separate groups. And this one comes first, not last. Hold on, there's another one stuck under there. They're saying not that one. And actually, I only need these 2. Those 2 go together. Okay, they're telling me to move things around. All right, so the first 3 story of my life. As I tell myself the story of what's happening in my life, I choose to make it the kind of story where even the tough parts have a sort of inner beauty. It's ultimately a happy story where every character, no matter how wicked, is doing their best. And let me tell you, it actually says it's Lemme. Let me tell you, okay? It'll be worth it when I earn that Pulitzer Prize for Best Inner Monologue. Okay, that's actually kind of cute. Okay, so I'm asking why this card. And what I got was, and this came up the other day, just during the day when I was roaming around, I was thinking, interesting message. All right, I wonder how that's going to play out. If you have a storyline in your life, and it is a psychological practice, not just a woo-woo practice, okay? Or a metaphysical practice. So it's both. But you can actually go in inwardly, revisit that scenario or situation, and then retell the ending where you're saying, no, I don't accept this, I'm walking away, whatever. Or, oh, hold your inner child, take care of them, take the child's safety, whatever it is. And a lot of people are like, well, that's just fantasy and that's whatever. It's like, no, it flips a different switch in your brain. And when you go back basically in time in your mind, even if it is an imaginary practice, you're empowering yourself to say, this is what I would do now. And you set that tone and you acknowledge that part of yourself now. So, all right, inspiration. There is a voice of inspiration within me. Right now, it's only a whisper, but the more I listen, the louder it will get. Soon it will be a flawless speech voiced by James Earl Jones. That was fun. Through a megaphone with lots of applause. Okay. And then the last one in that first set. Good things to come. About time, right? There are so many amazing gifts coming my way. I can see them now because I respect the general convention of not peeking under the wrapping paper. But they will show up when the time is right. And that's when I'll remember how much fun it is to be surprised. I don't know about you all. I have not always been one for surprises. I always thought I was. I always thought I was the kind of person that's like, I love a surprise. And then I realized sometimes I love a surprise. Sometimes. But, no peeking. The universe has things in store. What we do need to walk into with eyes wide open, and this is coming from Spirit, is to see the world, situations, and people around you in truth and clarity, and then accept it for what it is that's being presented to you, okay? And that requires strength. You are hereby declared a strong, resilient warrior of heroic proportions. Enjoy your battles. Enjoy your battles? What the heck? All right, let's keep going. Enjoy your battles, whatever they are, because you're guaranteed to come through them stronger, brighter, and more compassionate. And based on what I know of mythology, probably with great hair and a six-pack. Or a head full of snakes. Medusa was a much maligned individual in history. No wonder she became bitter. That's a little odd. Okay. But it's kind of one of those, all of your circumstances, even your battles, make you who you are. And yeah, they do make you stronger. So, go roar, howl at the moon. And we just had a new moon the other night. Let's see. All right, the last one. Oh, not the last one. The next one. I just heard last one, so maybe this is the last one for this. I don't know what it is about a camel, but I get the biggest kick out of camels. I love images of them, pictures of them, statues of them. I just think camels are just smart and funny and kind of sassy creatures, and I adore them. All right, I don't dwell on bad things that happened. I let things go because I have enough heavy burdens or heavy things to carry around. And also, grudges aren't a great look. And it also keeps you tied to the past. It keeps you tied to the past. So in this instance, be like a camel. Let it go. All right. And then the last two I'm not going to read. I'm just going to give you the main two words on the card: forgiveness and manifestation. So when you let go, when you realize how strong you are, that all of your battles made you who you are, you don't have to identify or hold on to those battles any longer. If you're in a safe, now if you're still in the battle, get to a safe place, get help, call the authorities, do what you need to. Man, my hair is just all over today. I'm happy and grateful I have it. All right. So, but if you are in a battle, get help. There are resources that you can tap into. But if you are still sitting in the same energy that you were sitting in, 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago, is it serving you? That doesn't mean forget, but it makes you stronger. And I'm there. I'm with you. I'm one of you. I get it. I've been there. Sometimes still there in my head. So it's time for us to stand up. Okay. And not let the past control us. Otherwise, we allow a re-victimization to happen. Think about what it is you want. Think about what it is you want in your life. Okay. This is an interesting day of messages. Interesting. All right. Spirit, I've been doing a lot of talking. I've been asking for a lot of messages, and I'm asking for help, and we're getting them. But hang on, please. Thank you. All right. So, Spirit, it's up to you. Help me with the next step in this process of reading for the collective. I'm going to use my Pocket Light Seers deck, which I just saw online. I think Hay House sells these, and you can get them half off now on hayhouse.com. It's probably the regular size deck, but even the regular size deck really isn't too terribly big, I don't think. I don't know. I just have the pocket size. And the pocket size is kind of cool because it comes in a little tin. All right, so Spirit, please be with me now. Please be with me. What is the message for the collective? What are the messages that you want to come through for the collective that the most or the greatest number can identify with? Help me to know. Help me to know. Help me to know what to say. Help me to know what to do. Use the cards as a starting point. Help me to know. Here. Okay. Help me to know what to do. Help me to know what to say. With the greatest love and gratitude, I thank you. Mother and Father God, Archangels, Ascended Master, Spirit Guides and Guardians, my beloved elementals, all that is right and holy, the protectorate, surround, surround, surround. Thank you. What is the message that you have for the collective today? I'm hearing be calm, but be prepared. Things are about to change. You are gifted in ways you don't give yourself credit for. That was part of that message earlier. You are gifted in ways you don't give yourself credit for. You know more than you think you do. You have more abilities than you give yourself credit for. And this is in all areas. Those of you who work in metaphysics, or those of you who want to work in metaphysics, or those of you who are simply out in the world and producing things. Someone is working with their hands. Someone works with crafts. Someone works with gardening. Someone works with animals. Someone works with developing, someone in architecture or design of some kind. I'm seeing buildings, or someone in construction, or someone in redesign, interior design, graphic design, something like that. Let your light shine and stop asking for permission. Okay. Oh, I know all those are not for real. This one? No, I don't think, I'm not even looking at it. They don't want me to put any of those out. All right, so we had this one. This one, I think, was next. Yeah, they're saying yeah. Okay. Now, any more cards? Do I need to go back and shuffle again? Any more cards? feel like there's one more that needs to come out. Is that it? Yes. All right, and this one was, I'm going to leave that right there, but we'll come back. We may look at that one too. All right. Okay. They're saying yes. This one was jumping out as for a reason. Okay. All right, so here's what we've got. The Ace of Cups. 7 of Cups. The Queen of Swords. The Hanged Man. Hanged Woman. The gender doesn't matter. It's the energy that matters. Page of Cups. And the 9 of Pentacles. Okay. All right. All right, Spirit, take over. Tell me what to say. Tell me what to know. Show me what to know. Tell me what to know. Help me to understand what is the message for the collective based on this spread. Trust your inner knowing. Trust yourself. What was said before about you know more. Oh, I got a flash of something in my head. What was that? What was that image you just flashed in front of me? Okay, something is, when I tell you to trust your body as your biggest psychic tool, I'm starting to get those flutters in my stomach and some anxiety. Whenever you watch this, someone is in a heavy headspace and a dark headspace. Understand that you have the power to come out of that. Talk yourself down, talk yourself out of it, talk yourself around it. If anything that was said about taking control of the past or going back in and revisiting and retelling the story, if that's too much and too heavy, stop right now. Don't do it. You do what feels right for you. You do, and hear this, you do what is right for you, and you are okay. Check and make sure you're in a safe place, and if you are, tell yourself that. I am in a safe place and everything is okay. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do in your process of healing. Okay. All right, and it's starting to subside. So whenever someone watches this, understand that that could happen. All right, but you're good. Everyone is good. Everything is fine. All right, let's get back to this spread, which is totally different from what just happened. That was someone else's emotion that just popped up. Okay. Ace of Cups. You know more than you think you do. And this, the heart chakra, you are protecting your heart. You think you're protecting your heart, but your heart is actually protecting you. Let it expand and let the energy move out. You have a lot of adventures ahead of you. Just trust in that. I'm hearing waiting game. Do what's right for you. All right. Oh, 7 of Cups, the waiting game. Trying to decide what to do. You already know. Everything you need is within you. Everything you need is within you. You already know the answers. You already know what you need to know. You already know what you need to do. Everything you need is within you. This is almost like you're buying yourself time. Waiting game. You know what's happening. All right. The Queen of Swords. This is her mug. Help me out, Spirit. What do you want me to tell them about this? Again, it goes back to knowing. There's a lot about knowing, internal knowing. It's like intellectually knowing something, emotionally knowing something. It's intellectual and emotional intelligence coming together. But she's not in warrior mode where she's up and ready with, ready to fight. She doesn't have to. But she's not going to put her sword down. But it's the sword of truth. She knows. I keep just hearing that. You know, she knows. You know. You know. Interesting. Let's see where this is going. Hanged Man. Do you see the light? That's what the first thing jumping out at me. The light coming from the third eye and the crown of the hanged person. But this doesn't look like someone who's, and the hand reaching down toward the waters. This doesn't look like someone who is not in control of what position they're in. This is like the Cirque du Soleil performer. Great deal of athleticism involved as well. What you know for sure. You just need to look at it from a different angle and a different perspective. When you do, your truth and the truth will be unavoidable. But information will come through a light source, so do not be alarmed when it comes through. Oh. And it looks like there's symbols below her. It to me looks like water, and it looks like symbols that she's drawing with her hand around her, or her finger. The word I'm hearing is manifestation. You are capable of manifesting what you want. You just have to be willing to look at things from a different perspective, a different angle, and realize you are the one in control. She is in control. She has the ability, the athleticism, the spiritual wisdom. She can stay there or she can get down at any time she wants. In a lot of Hanged Man cards, this person is bound, tied, and can't move. She can do what she wants. Page of Cups. There's a heart light radiating out. What do you need me to know, Spirit? This isn't you. The other ones were you. This one is not you. This one is... What is this? What is this? Help me, Spirit. Why is this just inserted into the reading if it's not following the line of this person's travels? Do you want to drink from a bowl or do you want to drink from a chalice? This goes back to knowing your worth. They're also saying, look to the side. I looked to the side. And it looks like a ghost or spirit hand holding a heart. But yet the person's looking the other way. So it'd be like, here you go. Conflicted. Okay. So this person is conflicted with whatever you're dealing with. It could be someone who is trying to, excuse the old word, but I love it, bamboozle you in a work situation, a financial situation, or in a love situation. But they're giving you a promise, but looking in the other direction. If someone is in a situation where they're with someone who is always, that they're being promised the world, but This person is always looking for the next best thing or something better. Be aware, and that could be the information coming through for you, or it could be that this person is conflicted. The situation is conflicted. If it's a job situation, really look around you. Trust is coming up. How much can you trust the situation and the people you're around? If it's a romantic thing, because I feel like it hits a two-pronged reading. It could apply to a number of situations. Let's just get the general message, and then depending on the person's situation for the collective, because this is a general reading. If it's a work situation, figure out who in the company you can trust, who has your best interests at heart, and then you figure out the truth of the situation and what they really want from you. Are they setting you up? Or are they trying to, well, I guess that's it. Are they trying to set you up somehow? That feels weird. I don't know what's going on with that. But it's not everyone. It's maybe a couple of people. And then in the other side of it, for romance, can you trust motivation? That's it. Thank you, Spirit. Can you trust someone's motivation? All right, so the last card, and this was the one that stuck to my hand but yet stayed on top of the deck, and when I picked it up I heard keep it. So this is the Nine of Pentacles. This is the only Pentacles card or coins card in this spread. It doesn't matter. Well, it matters that you're going through this. Ooh, and I'm getting a flash of that card about your battles make you stronger. Well, I think that was what's going on there. Your battles make you stronger. But in the end, you have a dove of peace and you have a harvest. You're going to be fine. And she's wearing white. So that is a sign of purity of intention, strength, wisdom. Sometimes people wear white at funerals, not just at weddings, but endings and beginnings can often herald an opportunity for new growth and new things in your life. So this is interesting. All of this that comes together, it's like trust your inner knowing, trust what you know. You are in control. You can handle whatever it is that comes up. Know your value, know your worth. Find your peace and find your harvest. Okay. All right. You're going to be just fine because you're going to make sure you are just fine. And I'm hearing someone's in for a wake-up call. Well, you can't really help that because you're going to do everything with kindness and trying to do what's best for all involved. But at the same time, if you really think about it, and this is, I'm hearing this, so please understand, this isn't for everyone, but you know how strong you really are. Take pride in that and take comfort in that. You are so much stronger than you know. Well, that just got serious. All right, but in a good way. It's a settled, calm sense of knowing. If you all would bear with me, I'm going to turn my camera around because I want to show you something. This is what, well, I'm just going to pick up the whole tripod. Oh, I don't want to make anyone dizzy. All right, this is what I'm seeing. I don't know if you can see. This is my whole house. So pretty much you just saw everything other than a bedroom. So, but that screen is a live cam on, it's on a YouTube, it's a YouTube channel. It's the Deerfield Beach live cam, and it goes 24 hours a day. And that is the sun coming up. So across from me, while I'm doing this, I'm watching the sunrise over the Gulf. I'm pretty sure that's the Gulf side in Florida. And so it's beautiful and it's radiant. I have the sound turned off, but there's something significant about that. You are a beautiful soul. You are strong. You are resilient. And I love everything about that for you. And I love your soul. Your perfect, strong, beautiful soul. So do something good for yourself today. It's Monday. It's the beginning of a new week and a beginning of new opportunities. Think about what it is in your heart you truly want. And we'll do this again tomorrow. Bye, everybody.